Hello, everybody. Welcome to Stony Brook University's coverage of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'll be your host, Jad Sayed.
And I'm Caleb.
Today, Stony Brook University is going to be playing up against University of North Carolina, Greensboro, UNCG. Stony Brook, we're coming off of our bye week. Before the bye week, we lost and wasn't the best showing. We lost the first round by 8 stocks. The second round was canceled due to technical difficulties. We DQ'd. But we're the reigning NACE champions. Things happen. We're currently 2-2. UNCG, they're coming off their bye week as well. They won their first game of the season, but they're coming off of a 3-game losing streak. So hopefully Stony Brook can build some momentum off of this game.
For sure. Hoping to see Stony Brook regain their footing after the unfortunate events last week between the rough first round and the technical difficulties. But we definitely have some merit in this match. We have some very strong players on our team. However, not discrediting UNC Greensboro though, they also have some very strong players. For example, they have Chugs, who made his Lumi ranked debut this year as number 140 with Hero. So that's gonna be interesting to see how him and a lot of the other players on their team fare.
We were taking a look at the mains on that team. They've got an interesting team comp. They've got a Yoshi, they've got a Seth, they got a Mr. Game & Watch. I mean, what do you think we're going to be seeing between our players and their players?
It's a great question. I'm really not too sure what we're gonna be seeing. I know definitely expect to see from us Steve, Link, Peach, Steve, Link, and Pokemon Trainer. Maybe a bit of Joker there too if we send in Steve. Not, and I wonder how they're gonna choose to interact with that. I definitely think if we see Hero, we definitely might appreciate like a Pokemon Trainer, a Peach character that can kind of like try and shut down some of his antics really well.
The hero is going to be so difficult to face considering the fact that Chugs is ranked number 1 in North Carolina. He's Lumi ranked. As you said, this is going to be his debut. This is not going to be an easy game. Looks like they're starting off with Steve versus
Min Min. So we weren't anticipating this. They have a Min Min, it's like tags Camellia here. And kind of surprised to see this pick. Camellia hasn't played in any of their previous games. However, Min Min is a strong counter pick into Steve. A lot of people think this might be Steve's worst matchup.
Stony Brook has faced difficulty with the Min Min before, but it's a new game. It's a different team. So hopefully, starting off with Daryl, starting off with Steve, this should be, even if Min Min can counter Steve, Daryl is Lumi ranked himself. So hopefully he can be the one to start off strong for Stony Brook.
100%. We already see him got the iron off pretty early. However, Camellia was able to get the power dragon from grabbing. Let's see if Daryl's able to either stall that out or get a grab of his own to shut that down.
He's always been a quick worker getting that diamond ASAP.
Yeah. You saw him roll in between the arms there too, which was very good. All an unfortunate air dodge from the Min Min here. Daryl's going to take that early first stock, and he also has the diamond. Let's see if he can get that online soon.
Already off to a great start. Let's see if Stony Brook can continue this.
Minecart's a great opportunity. I know a lot of Steves might think to get the diamond there, but Daryl recognizes that as his opportunity to get in. A very strong option select from D-Dog. Let's see if he can close out the stock. Not quite, but he still has the advantage to going. He's kind of lapped him in percentage here, which is kind of impressive to see. There again, we see Daryl has the chance to mine, but say he chooses to continue his advantage state, which I do like a lot. Oh, and the parry up smash will be taken. Now, this should be his time to get diamond here, unless he's saving it for his last stock.
Daryl is just killing it right now.
Yeah, even when Steve has like his losing matchups, like never really losing, he has very strong tools and he can make it out of many scenarios. And that minecart giving him the opening he's looking for. I think he's saving his diamond for his last stock here, or for his next stock here, which is a good option considering he is at very high percent. However, not necessarily sure if Daryl's going to need that last stock to close out. He's parrying the arms to gain that distance in. Very impressive to see.
It's possible Daryl could take this stock without losing any of his own.
Especially with the diamond online. Oh, I thought that forward smash was going to do it for him. Not quite though. Gets the megawatt out in time.
Good recovery from the Min Min.
You saw that D-Dog chose to make his diamond there. It looks like he had a second one to tank for this stock. Looks like he's trying to get some more resources to fuel up on the iron, the other strong resources. Picking really good spots to go, and he looks like he knows when the dash attack's going to work and when to parry the arms and such. Oh, doesn't quite get the forward air to close it out, though, in the end of the game. Let's see if Min Min takes any more advantage from that small misplay. Ooh, good grab from Camellia here. Power Dragon not quite hitting him though. D-Dog's doing really good at playing around these arms here. He's not taking too much damage. Camellia has made some back though, but D-Dog's still trying to find spots again. There's another stock going to Camellia right there.
It'll be interesting to see if D-Dog can just finish this off as soon as possible, because you don't want to put yourself in an equal state.
100%. Hopefully he can get this last one off soon. But Camellia has been showing that they are strong enough at the matchup in order to make this comeback. They were... Oh, there's a back to get the Dragon arm online. Good job at keeping D-Dog out now. Let's see if he can find his way back in one more time. Maybe is all he needs. Oh, back air not coming quite out. The dash attack beats it out. Oh, it doesn't quite get the diamond online either. In the back air should quite. Oh,
not
he has
enough.
gold. I thought he had diamond. Didn't quite get online.
There's the diamond.
There we go. That's it. Yeah. All right.
So that was a very impressive victory we just saw from D-Dog, but you got to give credit to UNCG. That was a really nice recovery, down 3 stocks to none. It very easily could have been finished off by D-Dog right there. They were able to take out 2 of D-Dog's stocks, which should make this much more of an even game.
For sure. It's impressive seeing Camellia there. They haven't played on their lineup yet, according to the information we were able to find. And that was a very good lead matchup for them too, picking Min Min to counter Steve. As we were able to see, Camellia was able to keep D-Dog out pretty well with the arms and also try to pressure from afar while he was mining, which many characters struggle to do. So seeing Camellia do that and also like almost make that comeback, you know, they were down 3 stocks to 1 and they were able to bring it back to a last stock situation.
One of the best parts about winning the first round is you always get to get a little look into what their strategy is, because now you get to see how do they want to counter you. So what do you think they should do to counter based off of the information we have on who they play?
Not really too sure. You know, I know some people think Steve could do, or Hero does fairly well to Steve. You know, what his ability to get his own buffs while Steve mines. He's able to rush down Steve effectively, hit him with harder hits, even bounce back his projectiles, such as the minecart, the anvil. So, yep.
Looks like they're putting in the hero right now.
Yep. So it looks like they're sending in Chugs here. Chugs and Chugs and D-Dog both Lumi ranked this season. So wonder how this one's gonna go. I don't believe they played in the past, but both of them are strong players in their own right.
Wish we could see them both at full stock, but D-Dog is going to have only that one. But any stock that he can take off right here will be such a massive bonus for the team.
Early Kaboom taking a good amount of barrel size. And we see the bounce going in there. He's not going to be able to use the anvil and the minecart as effectively at the moment. But it looks like D-Dog got a good ledge trapping sequence go. He's pressuring Chugs really well here.
He did a great job with the pressure in that first round.
See if he keeps it up here. See the up B out of shield. And Chugs here try to get out of these tricky situations, but D-Dog keeps up all the pressure. You see the bounce expired. He was able to go for the anvil there pretty well. Looks like we see very interesting here. I think like whenever D-Dog's trying to mine, we see Chug trying to pressure. Whenever Chug's trying to like look in the menu and get spells, we saw D-Dog trying to pressure, but the one snooze will take it out along with the up smash.
Well, I mean, we've mentioned it before. Chugs is Lumi ranked. This guy is an incredible player, #1 in all of North Carolina, and he's been top 5 ranked for a few years now. So, I mean, you can't go up against a guy like that with only 1 stock and expect that, you know, it's not going to be a difficult fight. Very good round from UNCG to even up the score. What do you think is going to come next?
Trying to think what's going to come next. I know it's not going to be Ame. Link does very poorly into Hero, one of his worst matchups. So I'm thinking we're either going to see Pokemon Trainer. I like Pokemon Trainer because Squirtle can rush down Hero pretty well, try to disable his usage of the menu and get those buffs for himself. I think Peach could also do fairly well. However, Bounce could be annoying because it disables the turnip combos. So if I had to guess, it's probably going to be Pokemon Trainer up next.
Whatever happens next, this is going to be a very pivotal one for Stony Brook, going up against arguably the best player on UNCG's team. If we can take all of his stocks, we can take all 3 right now. It's going to set us up very nicely. Stony Brook still has Cody, Quid, and Ame to go. 3 guys who are all top ranked, some of the top ranked in all of New York. So, I mean, we still got a lot to go. Only one round done. It's an even score, but I like what we've been seeing so far.
100%. You know, we already saw the hero kind of as the other counterpick to Steve here, and now we get the advantage of counterpicking too. We also get to pick the stage as well because we came off the backboard here since they won the last round by taking D-Dog's last stock. So we're gonna see how this goes into the next round.
Still a lot of game to go left, but at least Stony Brook, I would say they're off in a better position than they started off that last game where they weren't able to take one guy's stocks till the last player they had left. So at least we were able to take one guy's stocks, and even if it is a tie game, I might be biased, but I still got Stony Brook having the advantage on this one.
Sure, I mean, as I said, like I think the stage counter pick is an important element, especially with a lot of these characters in the game. And it looks like we have Quid in here against Chugs next. So there's the prediction, right? Hopefully see the Squirtle rush down, not enable Chugs to get the menu and the spells online.
Quid the number 9 in all of New York, including an honorable mention on the Lumi rank.
Impressive honorable mention on the Lumi rank this season, probably only not ranking because of a lack of attendance at major events. But we still see strong performances from him in his home region, other events he chooses to go to.
This is going to be a pivotal matchup, Lumi rank versus honorable Lumi rank, but definitely good enough to make it there. It's been very quick start to this round.
As we see, he's really rushing Chugs down here, not trying to let him get like the spells like Accelerato and the Oomph online. He's just trying to keep him off, not let him get his hero stuff going. Because once hero gets those buffs, he's really difficult to take out. So Chugs has taken the lead now. Been pressuring him off stage. Well, good down air though. Oh, and the force smash takes it out. Tried to use the up B to get back. Unfortunately, didn't look like he found Zoom on the menu.
Looks like both Daryl and Quid have done such a good job of maintaining that center and forcing their opponents onto that edge.
Sure, you definitely want to keep Hero in the corner here if he has center. It's so much easier for him to find space to retreat in order to get his buffs going. So keeping center has been crucial here. And both Quid and D-Dog have been doing good been finding good spots to do that. See the Charizard coming out. Let's see if we can get a ledge trap going. Lots of good moves for the ledge trap in the forward tilt, the back air in there too. Even couldn't quite catch the zoom there. It is random, so that is very hard to catch. But when it happened, very nice.
Looks like he's trying to go for those risky moves on the edge.
Yeah. Well, now that he has the Accelerato, it's a bit harder to pressure Hero, but no. Was pretty close to lapping him in percent here, you know. Oh, and the Zapple is taking him out there.
Lucky to still have him at such a high percent. He could knock off this stock pretty quickly depending on what comes next.
Sure, especially with Ivysaur, Charizard, who has some great kill power. Squirtle, too, just to get some pokes and put him into risky scenarios.
It's been a good comeback, though.
Yeah, we see Hero racking up this percent here really well. And he's the Accelerato, too. It makes him much more impressive character. Oh, and the forward air, I believe, taking him out there. Not too sure if that was the best DI, but it happens. He was in a bad spot trying to get off the ledge there, and Quid was able to read the jump successfully.
It's going to be a very huge stock right here. Either going to put them at equal play, or it's going to put Stony Brook at a huge 2 stock advantage.
Sure. That charge side B looks really good against Squirtle, though, trying to cover all the air space he wants to be in. Was able to get off the ledge, though, regain some center. Oh, he's back out there, though. See if Chugs is able to capitalize on this situation.
Chugs has been showing some great aggression.
Sure, he's been able to use his threat of all of Hero's strong aerials along with the threat to be able to get more spells to put Quid into iffy spots. 3C brings us to the last stock scenario. He's only at 30% himself. This could go either way.
This is going to be pivotal because we've seen Stony Brook in a position before where they've gone up against somebody with only 1 stock, but that was enough to take out multiple people. So Stony Brook hopefully ending up on the other side of it this time.
Couldn't catch the zoom there again, but see Quid out. Very comfortable now. He's hitting combos. Ooh, he's going off stage to the pressure Chugs. Let's see. Ooh, down air doesn't quite take an amazing route from Chugs right there.
Chugs at a high percentage. This is going to be very, very pivotal for Stony Brook right here.
Ooh, Quid goes for the roll read to the left, rolls to the right, unfortunately. Got some good damage, though. He's at kill percent. A lot of different Ivysaur's moves could definitely take it here. Same with Charizard right here.
I like the Charizard pick. I think this should be enough.
And that should do it. The up throw. And that takes the stock. Quid is taking Chug's last stock here, giving up the lead 7-6 going into this. Definitely going to be a difficult task to take one of Quid's stocks without losing at least one of your own. So let's see if Quid's able to use that to help create a bigger lead for Stony Brook.
And I gotta say, I think that matchup lived up to the hype of the Lumi rank versus the honorable mention. I'm just gonna say he's basically Lumi rank. But that was such an incredible performance from both sides. It was back and forth, stock, 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 stock. Honestly, I would say Stony Brook was in the advantage for the majority, but even then, with how good Chugs is, you really never know who's gonna win it coming down to that last stock.
100%. We saw Chugs have some really strong sequences where he'd get a good reader to the really rack with percent up from all the way from 0. Saw him get to 60 off like single decisions, continuing his advantage state and such, and that match could have gone either way. Like we saw instances where Charles was at very high percent, he was able to get some more before Quid was able to take his stock, and then he was able to get back those stocks while still remaining at low percent. So that game could have gone either way.
So now, with UNCG down to their last two, my question to you is: one of their top ranked guys is Endo. He's been top ranked in North Carolina for a long time now. He was Lumi ranked just as soon as last year. Do you save him for the very end, or in this sort of position, do you put him in now to take that last stock of Quid and see if he can do any more damage to the rest of the team?
I think there's merit to saving Endothea for the end. However, I think they're going to send him in now, try and get that last one before Quid could do any more damage to their roster.
It looks like that's what they're going to go with.
All right, let's see what they do here. Because unfortunately, you're going to have to lose 2 of his stocks here. And they're just going to dance around on the platform for the time being.
I think in this position, any stock that Quid can take off of Endo will be a massive advantage for Stony Brook. So if you're Endo, I think you're looking to finish this as soon as you can.
For sure. Quid is Quid's competitor, though. He has the early percent lead. Let's see and Game & Watch is also very light, too. It's not going to be the most difficult thing for Quid to take a stock just off of like a strong hit. Though Game & Watch can be very evasive, so that's where the difficulty is going to come from for this.
Yeah, with how strong Game & Watch can be, you can just take one hit, and that's all it takes for him to knock him out.
Yeah, for sure. You see the down smash, good coverage on that landing neutral air. As we see, Quid is going off here. Already has a very strong percent lead. But Endothea gets the grab there, trying to keep his advantage state going. Ooh, the back air doesn't connect. See if Quid's able to capitalize this advantage state.
Quid is playing such an aggressive game today.
And that's what you got to do, you know. The goal is to take the stocks here. It's not like a standard match where you can use time as a resource as much.
You're right, you're right.
Ooh, I like the forward tilt there. Cancels out the bombs along with hitting him. So, oh, that's going to do it. Yeah, down smash into the forward tilt there. Very strong option there coming from Endothea. Game & Watch has some really strong moves as we saw here. And that could have gone either way. We saw Quid getting close to taking his stock first. Just unfortunately, couldn't quite get it out.
That stock was going to be difficult to take, but he was able to get him at least to the very end. It was a very equal percentage. But, you know, Endo ends up taking it. I mean, this guy looks so good as Mr. Game & Watch. He was taking a lot of percentage to start off that round. I think it was almost 80 to 20% at a point. And yet he was able to stay in, come back. And even when he was at that disadvantage point, that didn't stop him from coming back and taking that stock.
Sure, the stock count's now 6-6 for Stony Brook and UNCG. So as for who they're going to send next, not really too sure. You know, Game & Watch is difficult character to fight. Sure, a slow character like Link probably wouldn't like to fight him. However, Link does have some disjoints. The sword is typically considered to be good against Game & Watch, so I wouldn't be too surprised if they end up sending Ame here.
Could see Cody coming in as Peach. It depends on whatever they think the matchup is going to be. All I really want to see is, I mean, Endo is such a good player, such an incredible guy to watch play. Very entertaining, but he's a pain to deal with. So hopefully, I mean, you don't want to put yourself in a position where Endo has even 2 stocks left and we're down to our last guy because that could be all it takes. So I think this is going to be the pivotal match. Obviously, it's down to 6-6. It's
Hmm.
you could say any match after this is going to be the pivotal one, but I
Yeah.
think right here at this even point, we're going to really need to see Stony Brook step it up and just put the
Yeah.
the hammer down and finish this off as
Mm.
soon as they can.
Yeah. Sure. And I also see merit to sending in Cody here. Peach has very strong combos. Could definitely get a lot of percentage going on Game and Watch early. Kill him pretty early with some of her strong combos. So I wouldn't be too shocked if we see Cody in here earlier. I like how you're saying that this game could be like the pivotal one for who gains the advantage in the match. So when it starts even with 12-12, if we go down 10-9 or vice versa, anything could still happen. But that difference between like the 3-4 compared to the 8 to or the 9-10 could really matter for the results of the game.
Yeah, you've seen Stony Brook has had advantages of 10-9. We've been up 7-6. But when you're at that 6-6 position, it just doesn't feel as safe as the other ones felt. You go down one game, all of a sudden, if it's 4-3, I mean, you're down to your last guy there. So whoever loses this is down to their last man. And even if it's a 4-3 advantage, you never want to go down to your last man knowing that you're going to have much more stocks up ahead of you. So I think this is going to be huge. Whoever Stony Brook sends in, I mean, as we mentioned before, Cody and Ame, 2 incredible players. We've got a Link, we've got a Peach. Hopefully, whoever they send in will be enough to deal with the Game and Watch. But I mean, if you're dealing with a guy who's as top ranked as he is, I mean, it's going to be a dogfight to the end of this game.
100%. Looks like we're going to be getting into the next match soon. Looks like Stony Brook has selected to send Cody. And I wonder how they're going to lead this match. Three stocks each, so it's going to be more like a complete game as opposed to when one has only a stock or two left.
Stony Brook's done such a good job of maintaining the center for a majority of the games, but it just seems like UNCG always finds a way to get themselves back in, even despite being pushed up against the ledge most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Game & Watch has some strong tools to get off ledge. Oh, and there's a Stitch face from Cody. Let's see if we can get something done with this. We're going to see Endothea trying to use the bucket to reflect it. Oh, there it goes into the neutral area, too. Oh, Cody recaught the Stitch, though. Percent's just racking up really quickly because of the Stitch face turn up.
As we saw the last game, though, they were able to get Game & Watch high percentage. Oh, no.
Good jump read
Just
from
as I was
Cody,
saying
though.
it.
I was saying earlier, Peach can kill really early. She has a lot of strong aerials. Definitely eliminate Game & Watch's stocks early. Ooh, good pressure from Cody. The down air connects. It's the forward air. Try and build as much percent. Oh, good turn up toss, too, in between the forward airs and the down smash there as well.
Close to getting it to even percentage again.
Yeah. Oh, and he gets another stock. Not only 11%, but it's another Stitch face turn up. Wow.
We are seeing a crazy performance from Cody so far.
Fortunately, that next Stitch doesn't get value, but he got a lot of value from one earlier, so can't be too disappointed at all that.
Going to be huge to see if Cody can finish this off, how many stocks he can hold on to.
100%. We could definitely see some crazy turn-up combo from Cody. Stock one, or we might see him chip it down, and Endothea gets that stock right there. Downers closing it out.
Even percentage, it's still possible for Endo to at least take one more, but
Yeah.
Cody, the way he's been playing so far, you could see it ending within the next minute.
Yeah, especially because we're going to see Peach's moves killing a lot earlier than Game & Watches most of the time. Peach could be very tricky with her recoveries. Good opportunities for Cody to get back. Whereas Game & Watch is going to try and take her off by the ledge, but he's going to have to resort to ledge trapping as opposed to using his moves like back air attach guard.
Equal percentage right now, it's going to be a battle of who can
Oh,
control
and that's
that.
a shield break. Oh my gosh. Up smash will be taking it. It's down to the last stock for both of these players right here.
Good recovery from Endo.
He was able to bring it back, being down 3 stocks to 1. We saw this earlier with Camellia versus D-Dog. So I guess UNCG is not unfamiliar to these spots and looks like are able to make it work.
Yeah, I think in every even round they've been able to do the same thing, go down 3-1 and then even up the score.
And that F smash catches Cody's landing. That is tragic. Able to make the reverse 3-stock comeback. However, Nathea is a very strong player, and we do have Ame and Steve as our last players. So hopefully one of them is going to be able to go in there, take Endothea's stock without losing one of their own, and claw it back to even.
I mean, it's been the story of the game. We win the first one with 1 stock left. They take it to even it. Then once again, we get them in that one stock advantage, then they even it again. So hopefully it's our turn to go into it down one and then just finish it off immediately. So we'll have that even score going into that last game. But I mean, you just have to give props. I mean, they were down 3-1. It was looking like Cody was just killing it, and even till the very end, he was absolutely killing it. But there's a reason why Endo Thea is as high ranked as he is. So I mean, it's definitely not going to be easy finishing it off with Link.
Mhm. Looks like they're sending in Ame as their last player here. Um, Link has the disjoint sword, definitely help versus Game and Watch. Not too sure how it's going to interact with a lot of Game and Watch's wacky multi-hits though. That we could definitely do some goofy stuff.
We've seen some good games from Ame. I remember the first game that we covered together. Ame just had a crazy streak. He took, I think, 6 or 8 stocks all on
It's
his
like
own.
8 or something crazy like that. Yeah, he was definitely the MVP of that match.
So I see no reason why he can't just come in here and do the same thing. It's 4 more stocks to go. The biggest thing is just going to be taking off Endothea's stock without losing any of his own, because that's what's been able. I think that's the key for UNCG is the fact that even if they lose a round, like those first 2 rounds, they're able to take it down to that last stock. And they've done such a good job of finishing it off before losing any of their other. They've been able to keep the score from 10-9 to 9-9, and then from 7-6 to 6-6. And right now they have that advantage. I don't want to see what happens. I don't want to see if Endo is going to be able to finish it off without losing his stock, or even if he keeps, or even if it loses his stock, if he's able to take another one off of Ame. I mean, it's just been such a good comeback from UNCG in all of these rounds.
Especially as we were saying earlier, it's like that game is important because as we get to these lower stock maps, each stock is worth so much more. Like if we look at it from like 9 stocks to 10 stocks, there's still so much more game, 90 more stocks to be played as opposed to 3 stocks to 4, only 7 more stocks to be had. So these last stocks are definitely going to make more of a difference than they would earlier.
There's not much strategy left when you go down 10-9, or when they even it up 9-9. At least you can think to yourself, well, how do I want to counter it? Do I want to go with this guy or that guy? Once you get down to the end and it's 3-4, you're down to your last guy. You don't really get a say in any of this. You're up against whoever's left for them. And when you see the way Endo's been playing, I mean, this guy has what it takes to at least take one more stock off. But if Ame can go into clutch mode like we've seen him do before, I think it's still anybody's game with the quality of Stony Brook. We're talking about reigning NACE champs, 3-time NACE champs within the past couple of years. I see no reason, even if this is his first year, Ame is one of the top ranked in New York. If anybody could go into this final round and at least take one off of Endo, I could see Ame being the one to do it.
Sure thing. We see Final Destination here. No platforms on the stage. I believe this was Ame's stage pick too. This is interesting. You know, doesn't want to deal with Game & Watch's platform pressure. So I could definitely understand why he goes to this stage.
Stages has been such a big thing for Stony Brook so far. I feel like whenever we get our pick for the majority, we do exactly what we're supposed to do.
We saw earlier, we were on FD a lot. We went to Hollow Bastion as well. Definitely a lot of different stages that we enjoy. Looks like Ame is going to enjoy FD here. See a lot more of defensive play coming out this game as opposed to what we saw during Cody versus Endothea. It looked like a lot of times they were trying to blow each other up a little bit more. You know, they were both playing very explosive characters, definitely trying to take advantage of that. Link, we consider a bit more defense, more of a zoner, so definitely understand why we're seeing a bit more of a slower match here.
We are seeing a good start from Endo, but that's a really nice recovery from Ame.
Ame has that percentage lead now. And as we see, like, Game & Watch is light, you know, he could die in a few good blows. But we also saw Game & Watch kill very early last game as well. The up smash is catching a few landings.
It's going to be really important right here. Any stock that Endo is able to take is going to be massive lead for UNCG.
Really good grab from Ame there. We didn't see the Nair cross up earlier. He was able to grab it. Very nice. Oh, the boomerang flanks with the bomb on the return. Oh, and there we go. We see the sword disjoint coming in there. He's able to hit him through the bucket, I believe that was.
Yeah, it looked like it. It's been a real big battle in the middle of this field.
Yeah, but we see Ame's center at the moment. We lose it to the up B out of shield. See if Ame's able to recover. Got the bomb recovery there. Able to get back to stage safely. Very nice. But the down air hits him. I think he was trying to punish that. Or should he just a bit off? Ame's very high percent, but oh, and that up smash will take the stock. There we go. Ame evening it up back 3-3. Very impressive here. And we saw that UNCG was able to even it up when they were in a spot where it was like 7-6 or 10-9. Now we've shown Stony Brook's able to do that as well.
I just got to say, this has been such a fun matchup to watch, constantly back and forth. I don't really know if we've ever seen, if anything, we've had the more advantageous positions. We've been up 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, and each time they've been able to bring it back. But now we're the ones who are able to bring it back. Now you see the score is 3-3. It's all coming down to this, the final one. It's going to be a huge matchup for Stony Brook. Let's hope that, I mean, we saw what Ame is capable of doing. That was a close match. That was by no means an easy one for Ame. He
Yeah.
got up to a high percentage, but he was still able to stay in there and get the kill.
Sure, he was able to get it by like skin of his teeth. And however, we are going to see that UNCG is going to get a stage counter pick going into this final match. So it'll be interesting to see who they send. They could definitely send Swift Baby the Yoshi. We could see Picamare Sephiroth. So wonder what we're gonna be seeing in this last match here, especially with what stages Ame might be on.
What do you think would be the perfect counter to Ame's Link based off of their remaining available options?
Honestly, I expect to see Swift Baby Yoshi, very agile character, can definitely help to maneuver around a lot of Link's like tricky setup stuff. And Yoshi also has the double jump armor, which could also help him recover, trying to get back through a lot of the setup stuff as well.
If I had to make my prediction for how this final one is going to go, I'm going to be honest with you. I know Swift Baby is good. Ame, I think it's going to follow the trend. I think Stony Brook's going to go up 3-1, but I think we're going to finish it off. Even if they take it down to 1-1 again, I mean, we've shown time and time again that we can finish it all. So it looks like they're going to go with the Sephiroth.
We see Picamare in here, Sephiroth, very interesting pick. Don't see this matchup too often. Very uncommon characters on both sides here. Wonder if either of them have a lot of experience.
Looks like it's going to be the same stage.
It looks like they're back to Final Destination. We saw Ame was comfortable here earlier, but it seems like Picamare is also comfortable here. If he's opted all in early, Picamare really going for it there. Got the down air. Able to take out Ame's stock early as if this was 3-2 to start with.
Puts him a huge advantage. Oh my god.
Or we could see some adaptation from Ame here, you know. That happens, and we're going to see if he's going to be able to claw his way back. You know, Link's good character at getting a lot, like, chip from afar. Let's see if he can do that.
Percentage is going to be such a big play of this.
Yeah, we see Picamare really doing well controlling the center here, making it very difficult for Ame to really get anything going. Backer is controlling a lot of space, using the Sephiroth sledge trapping, trying to keep him out. Oh, good jump read from Picamare too. Gets the upper there. Ame's able to get back though, start something for himself. See if he's able to use his ledge trapping in order to regain some footing in this match. Good neutral air from him too. Because yeah, all in the bomb barely whiffs. See the backer just kind of outranging Link's forward air here. Very unfortunate for Ame. He's getting whacked by it. But you know, you saw he was off to a rough start and he's starting to make some progress back, so I won't be too surprised if we see him come back from it.
Going to be huge. He's going to have to take a stock sometime soon because I don't know how much percentage you can go up. Well, there he goes.
There he goes, forward air taking. Sephiroth's a very light character, so Link could definitely get some fun, especially with the rage too. You know, he's going to be killing him even earlier than he would traditionally be killing him.
Good job right there.
Sends the bomb there to interrupt the neutral B. Second hit of forward air not quite coming out. It looks like he's dragging him back down with the second hit of it. Not sure if that's going for, but definitely interesting setups that can be had with that.
It's going to be huge to at least get some good percentage in because even if you do get your stock taken, if you can get them up to a big percentage, even if they take you out, from there you can at least make it pretty even.
We saw earlier, like, you know, Ame had a big percentage. He was able to use it to kill him earlier via rage. However, Picamare was able to get rid of that stock.
Down to
Another
the
up air.
last stock.
We saw Ame coming back, though his adaptation has been apparent in this game. Able to create better scenarios for himself and really make a comeback, even though he was off to an unfortunate start, getting hit by that down air, losing his stock really early.
This will be pivotal right here.
Looks like we saw the side B sticking to Link right there. Went for another downer to try and close it out, but Ame did not get hit by that one, unfortunately for Stony Brook. See if he's able to make it happen here. Yeah, the side B is really sticking to Link. It's very annoying. You know, he can't be shielding there. He's going to get shield broken and that'll be the end of the first game for Pika Mare. He will finish off Ame stocks in stylish fashion with the Octo Slash.
Disappointing end to the round for Stony Brook, considering they'd found themselves in multiple advantageous positions. At one point, they were up by 3-1 in the first. They were up again 3-1 in the second, and then up again 3-1 in the third. But this is just the way the game goes sometimes. I mean, at least now you get a better look into how they're going to play, and now you can figure out how you want to play. I'm just trying to find a positive spin. But obviously, we've seen comebacks before. So what did you really see in this game?
What I saw in this game is that, UNCG is very strong when it comes to adaptation. As you were saying, being down one stock to 3 in multiple spots and being able to bring it back to a last stock scenario, not something that should be dismissed at all. They were able to bring it back, and then also when they sent in their first, they were able to even it up quite a few times as well. However, we also showed that Stony Brook's able to do that when we had to send in Ame to get rid of Enothia's last stock. So this is definitely a very back and forth match. As you said, Stony Brook being in advantageous positions, but UNCG was able to take it back. So I'm very excited to see how this next match goes.
I got to give the credit. I would say the player of that match would got to go to Endo, because he was the one that came in, found his team in a tough spot. He was down 3-1 against Cody, but he was able to pull it all the way back, take the advantage, and even if he did end up losing that one stock to Ame, I think he was the one that really put them in that advantageous position and gave them the momentum. Because if he was the one that got out and then Cody ended up having to play against Sephiroth, who knows, maybe Cody could have taken the stock off and made it easier for Ame. But the way Endo played, I mean, you got to give props. And we talked about it before the match started. This is the guy. Even if Chugs is the #1 ranked in North Carolina, this guy's been here. He's been top ranked too. Just it was a good performance. You got to give the credit where the credit is due.
100%. Wonder how we're going to see them leading off in this next match. Last time we saw G-Dog versus Camellia Min Min. Steve versus Min Min's an interesting matchup. Looks like this time the lead is going to be Cody versus Chugs. Interesting lead matchup since I don't know how much I like this, because the bounce spell a hero can get can really help deny a lot of Peach's turnip combos, which not only weakens her shield pressure, weakens her combo ability, though she can still definitely get some strong strings going.
We're going to have to hope it goes well, because, I mean, we saw Cody was a really good counter to the Endo. Even if he did end up losing that round, he was at least able to take 2 stocks off. If they start off with Chugs, who is now their new #1 ranked, if he can take out Cody, I mean, it's not going to be a good start, especially when you're coming off of losing that last round.
Honestly, I think sending in Chugs first is also, that might have been like a lead metagame type thing where they're trying to get D-Dog again, because we saw do fairly well there last time. Hero has a lot of good tools against Steve because he's able to get those spells. Not having Hero in later means that we can send in D-Dog more safely. Same with Ame too, since Lynx really dislikes to fight Hero as well.
And we saw D-Dog was looking so strong in that first game as Steve. He's just such a good player, such a good Steve. I mean, if we can get down to it and we don't have to deal with Hero, if Cody can take out the Hero and we can send in D-Dog later, that's going to be such a huge advantage for Stony Brook. One that could be enough to turn the tide and even this whole thing up.
Sure. All right, let's see where we're on this first match. So we got Cody and Chugs playing, and we're on Town and City. All right, we got this first match going. Early oof spell from Chugs here, a lot of percentage. But no bounce spell gives Cody the opportunity to get combos going with the turn up. Oh, and the Kaboom barely clipping him. Tried to jump away from it.
Very good start for Chuck so far.
Doing a really good job at keeping center. Town and City is a very strong stage for Hero. Oh, and there's a 0 to death from Chugs. Ew. Kind of shocked to see we're starting this stage. I know Peach has the merits on the stage, but I believe this to be Hero's best stage. Well, it looks like Cody's taking back some of the initiative in this match. He's got him at 80% already.
See if he can finish off this stock and make it at least pretty equal.
Yeah. It's also pretty low on mana. He only has about 30 of it left. Oh, that smash barely whiffs. That still doesn't hit for Chugs either, though. See if he's going to be able... Oh, he's not quite able to catch the zoom. Very difficult to catch. But he's doing a really good job. Chugs is very low on mana. He wants to recover some of it, but in order to do that, he either has to get his shield hit or hit Cody himself.
Cody's been controlling the center really well.
catching the landing with that nair. Doesn't quite hit him with the back air to close out the stock, though. Doing very strong. Well, at not letting Chugs get the mana too. It's going to make it much harder for him to get stuff going. If we saw like last stock, he got that going because of spells such as Zoom or such as Oomph. The Zoom comes out though, allowing Chugs to get back to stage. Good grab from Chugs.
Cody has him in a good percentage. You just got to finish it off.
Yeah, stray neutral air backer could definitely take it too. Oh, and there's the side B there. Very strong option, you know. Reaches very far, and players aren't always expecting it. We see the neutral air closing it out for Cody. However, he is at a high percent, so let's see if Cody could take back some of the initiative. Oh, there's the side B again.
We've seen some good play from Chuck so far this round, but that doesn't mean Cody can't easily come back himself.
So he's getting something started there. Accelerado, though, very difficult to play around, gives Hero crazy movement.
And you can see he's getting all that mana up now.
See the Oomph spell coming out too. Cody's gonna have to be a bit more careful here. Oh, good shield. Doesn't get hit by the snooze that time.
Percentage isn't too much to worry about right now. Even one stock right here would be pivotal.
Cody could take this next one. Good shot. There's the side B coming out again. Good air dodge. Good parry too. Allow Cody to get back on center. Towards the kaboom. Oh, and the psych up too. That's very scary for Peach to deal with. Oh, good grab from Cody. Does not want to deal with Hero with psych up. Zoom allowing him to get to the opposite side of the stage there again. Oh, the psych up's gone. He hit the shield. Oh, but we see the bounce, so he's not going to be able to pressure with turnips as efficiently. Goes for a roll reader. Oh, or they're barely not taking it.
Cody's been. Oh,
and that back there should close it out.
I was about to say Cody was doing a good job of taking control of that center again, but in the end, Chugs will take it with 2 stocks remaining. Very, very strong start for UNCG. I mean, Cody tried, but Hero was just looking too good that game.
100%. You know, Cody almost did take out his second stock with that down tilt forward air conversion, where it barely just didn't kill. Then when Cody went to try and close it out with another one of his aerials, Chugs backer was able just to get him a little bit outranged.
Going to be interesting to see who Stony Brook goes with next. It's going to be so huge for them to at least get, you know, if you can get Chugs out with 2 of your stocks remaining, that would be massive. But already, we've talked about it before, when you're only down by 1 stock, you can easily go into that next game, take it, and then you're at an advantageous state. But right now, when you're down by 2, it's going to take a very big effort to equal that, especially when you're up against somebody as good as Chugs. I mean, what do you think the play is here? Do you send in Daryl and see if he can counter the Hero? What do you go with?
I think you send in Quid again. You know, we saw Quid do very well into Chugs last time. He's able to eliminate him with all 3 stocks, 3-3 match. Let's see if he's able to, you know, as we saw last time, he was up like 3-1. If he's able to get that like 2 stock lead going, that's going to be able to even up the count here. Looks like that is who Stony Brook is choosing to send in here.
I think it'll be interesting to see as well what they're going to try and counter with whatever comes next. If Stony Brook ends up taking it, do you think they're going to go straight back to Endo and see if he can take as many as he can to rip through him? We saw a really good performance from the Sephiroth. They could always just put him back in and try and finish it off there. I mean, it's going to be huge for Stony Brook to take this one, but it's not like UNCG is going to go down easy anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens at the going into this next match. Because he just have to run off stage real quick.
We saw a strong performance from Quid in that first one. Really hoping to see the same thing again.
Looks like he forgot to run off there at the start there, but he caught it real quick. We're back on town. To be honest, I'm really shocked about this. I thought the stage was like really, really good for Hero. We saw Chugs take good advantage of it.
Doing the same thing again.
Yeah.
Saw him last time take off that first stock without losing any percentage of his own.
Maybe Quid has some tricks up his sleeve on the stage though. Well, definitely gonna be interesting to see what happens. As you see the up B landing straight on that platform, very strong for Hero. Those platforms aren't always there though, so not gonna be an issue 100% of the time.
Even then, I saw Hero doing really well without the platforms.
It's true, you know, a lot of space gives him room to kind of try and get his stuff going with all the spells and such. Oh, goes straight through the snooze with the draw. I don't think I've ever seen that. Sequid here, very careful with his movement. He's able to get a percentage lead going to this match. Oh, he tried to catch the zoom with the water gun. Didn't quite get him, though. On the wrong side.
Pretty even match. I think whoever takes that first stock is going to be putting themselves in a huge position.
100%. Looks like we see the signature Ivysaur here taking the first stock with the down air.
Quid's aggressiveness has just been so huge for this team so far.
On the snooze, unfortunate. Then with the dash attack. However, we see Quid out here. Back on the Squirtle, gonna be able to pressure Chugs really well with all of Squirtle's aggressive tools. We see Ra at 63%. You know, let's see if he's able to catch the zoom this time. Fortunately not. Razor Leaf barely whiffs.
I think the Ivysaur is a good play. He's been looking so good with that Ivysaur in this game to just take percentage.
Ivysaur is probably his signature Pokemon, if I had to say. If I had to pick one for him, definitely the one he seems most comfortable with. Down air, up air, not quite taking it yet, but Chugs is at almost 150%.
Would be massive if Stony Brook could just finish this off right here.
Wow, the side B hit him on the platform there. Wasn't ready for that. Platform started to move away as he was trying to get back, but looks like he's back on stage off the ledge. Very important. No Accelerado to worry about either. He's very low on mana. You know, he's almost at single digits there. Oh, not able to catch the zoom that time. Looked like he almost got it there, though. And the up smash will be taking it, leaving Quid with 2 stocks.
Very, very impressive performance we just saw from Quid being able to take 2 of those stocks, or being able to finish off Chugs' stocks with only losing 1 of his own. Just like that, it's only a 1 stock advantage now for UNCG. I think it's fair to say Stony Brook is coming back in this one.
100%. Being down 2 earlier and slowing that down to only a 1 stock deficit is very impressive. It's also interesting to see how Quid uses all the different Pokemon in this matchup. Like, we were seeing him use the Squirtle to try and negate a lot of what Chugs wanted to do, try and get those buffs online. He's able to use Ivysaur for a lot of pressure at mid% and able to get some, rack up a lot of hefty damage. And then even switching to Charizard, which not only is able to close out stocks, he was also able to, you know, hold on to his own a little bit longer with those, which is so important in Smash, but even more important in a crew battle where it's like a stock versus stock format as opposed to his typical set.
We just saw such a good performance from Quid. I think what he does so well, as you mentioned it, is how he utilizes all of the different Pokemon for the, you know, different reasons. The way he uses a Squirtle, which switches into the Ivysaur and the Charizard. I think he, as you said, Ivysaur is his main. I think he does such a good job, though, as the Squirtle, just building up that percentage, getting it higher and higher, even if he's not going for the kills. He's just so elusive and so useful with that Squirtle. I mean, I can definitely see how he's as high ranked as he is.
Setting himself up into... Right, looks like we got this next game going in. We got Endothea back. Looks like we were trying to switch to Charizard there so he respawned to Squirtle, but not the end of the world. Back on Squirtle here. See how this game starts.
Gonna be huge to see what the strategy is here. The way we saw Endo play last game. This is going to be the big one, I think, from Stony Brook.
Looks like we saw that jab negate the landing neutral air. Very smart option from Quid there. Able to get a small percentage lead early, even if he is down a stock to start. See him going for a lot of pokes with tools like forward tilt. I also like the uses of water gun to just trying to send him back on the other side of the stage. Like, hey, you got to replay for center now.
It's always been about the center control. I feel like Stony Brook has done a good job for the majority of the game, besides when they're playing against Chugs and that hero. But besides that, I've seen some really strong center gameplay from Stony Brook.
See Quid already racking up a lot of percent. You know, Mr. Game & Watch, a very light character. Could be close to the end. Ooh, Ivysaur back air. Violent whip, not quite hitting. For the down. Ooh. Like the idea from Quid there too, to try and catch him under the platform, maybe combo into an up air or something off the down air. We see Quid trying to go back to Squirtle. He's able to maneuver in against Game & Watch really well.
I think what's made Endo so dangerous this game has been that he doesn't care what percentage you get him up to. He is going to stay in this game. Doesn't matter how light Game & Watch is. He is always going to be one shot away from killing you.
Yeah, especially with like the additional rage. Like Game & Watch at 0 is already scary. With max rage, a lot of his moves are gonna go kind of crazy. Oh, and the down. Wow, I'm shocked that didn't quite close it out for him. Is this Game & Watch really third lightest? Like, I know numbers say so, but doing a very good job at living.
His recovery is so good, even if he is light.
I'm still shocked he lived that down until I can't lie. Oh, very well-timed air dodge from Endothea here. Still not
Just
quite
not
taking
able to
him.
kill him.
And they're sending him the other way this time.
Gotta wonder if he's gonna switch it up.
And the up B
Nope.
will take it. Good seeing it not get for Quid, not getting too frustrated there. He's able to close out in a very efficient manner.
It's gonna be huge because now it's only, you know, a negligible percentage difference, but the stocks are even again.
Even stocks. It's almost able to get back that percentage lead.
And now it is. It's even.
Even game. Now we get see Endo get the up, and there's the lead for Quid going into this game. You know, he's like kind of ran like a whole lap. Got that one stock and got a percentage lead going to this next one too. Very impressive stuff.
As we talked about, he's doing such a good job with that Squirtle.
Yeah, you know, he's able to maneuver really well, which is kind of what you need against Game & Watch. He has a lot of unique tools that can pressure in various scenarios. But Squirtle's able to use his mobility to... Oh my... Up smash caught his dash back. I'm shocked.
There's a reason this guy is as high ranked as he is. But even then, he still is at a decently high percentage. Let's see if Quid has what it takes to bring this back to even.
I like to switch there, get out of the up air, but I don't think he has a jump. Oh, he did have a jump. Wow. Smart recovery from Quid. I thought he didn't have a jump there. Very good stuff, though. He's able to pressure him really well. We saw him make it come back from a lower stock earlier, so I wouldn't be shocked if he was able to do it again.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I wonder if at some point he's going to try and switch. Yeah, there he goes with the Ivysaur. I was going to say to make himself a little bit heavier so that he doesn't risk dying pretty easy.
Ivysaur also just has a bit more kill power than Squirtle, too. It's going to definitely help when trying to take these stocks as well.
Percentage is getting high. That rage might come in handy.
Good tech from Quid. To get back to center. Having control is going to be very helpful in trying to aid in getting rid of Enthea's last stock. We see the up air from Enthea, though. Quid's not quite hitting. Amazing Vine Whip. I was shocked that it's a very good option. Didn't quite kill, unfortunately, for Quid, though.
Game & Watch just doesn't want to die, man. Doesn't. Oh.
Oh, the forward air hit him. Unfortunate end for Quid. Quid was able to really get a lead in that game going in, down a stock, which was very impressive. But Endothea was able to adapt and close it out without losing any more of his own stocks, which was impressive to see.
I think one of the most interesting things I've seen from UNCG is simply the fact that in that first game, for a majority of it, we saw them having to come back down a stock, down a stock, down a stock. But in this one, for the majority of it, they've had that like 2-stock advantage. Even in this one, we were able to get it even and even up and take advantage in the percentages. But there's something about UNCG where it just feels like once they take that advantage, because we didn't see them with that much in that first game, but when they do get that advantage, it seems like they're very good at keeping their foot on the gas and going forward without losing a bunch of extra stocks and making it unnecessarily close.
Yeah, we've seen their ability to adapt in the previous game came in very well. They were able to recoup after unfortunate going down early, and we were even able to see that adaptation coming off in that previous match as well. You know, we saw Quid get the early stock, but Endothea was able to take all the rest Quid's stocks without losing any more of his own afterwards.
My question to you is there anything more frustrating than seeing somebody go out there like Quid, seeing somebody go out there like Cody, where you see that they're in it and they're playing so well, they're getting everything they want, but it's just not enough, and it just feels like, what more could you do?
Very difficult to say, you know. Ultimate is a very back and forth game, and Game & Watch is a very strong character. As you saw, he has a lot of crazy options. He has the fast out of shield option. He's the amazing recovery, which makes it very difficult to kill him, because unless you're actually killing him, he's almost always getting back. Like, we even saw Quid trying to anticipate some of like the well-timed air dodges, but it wasn't quite enough to catch him coming back to lead.
We talked about it before this game, me and Caleb, the fact that that last team we played against, we were having issues with their Rob. And one of the biggest things with Rob is the fact that he's such a heavy character. It was difficult for us to knock him out and take that stock. We thought playing against guys who would be lighter would make it easier, but this Game & Watch is just not making it easy on us as we go with Ame to counter, down by 2 stocks. But, hey, man, it's still, in my opinion, anybody's game. Let's see how this one plays out.
Looks like we're on Kalos this time. Similar to FD, and there's like no platforms in the center. We only see the ones on the end here. A lot of open space, so both players can definitely get stuff going from that. Really like the Kalos pick as well, because Typically, if you're in advantage, you want to hold the center stage, and Game & Watch wants to juggle you, and the platforms help with that. So if he wants that, he's going to have to put himself more towards the edge. See the reflector already coming out here, though, able to shoot back the bomb. Able to absorb the explosion, too, which is an interesting quirk of the matchup. Ame off to a strong percentage lead, though. Able to get the spin attack there.
As we've seen from Game & Watch, does not matter what percentage you get him out or how hard you hit him, he's going to find a way to find his way back onto the stage. So hopefully Ame is going to be able to get him with something strong enough to just finish him off for good.
You see there the Kalos on platform coming into play. He was able to either choose between going more towards the right, continuing that sequence, or going back to there. Oh, forward smash not quite taking it, though. And then barely he's able to bomb recover to get back to stage safely.
So I'm doing a really good job with the bomb recoveries in that last one.
Yeah, bomb recovery. Very interesting thing, you know, like as we were saying, like, oh, Game & Watch is always coming back, Rob's always coming back, Link's always coming back with the bomb recovery. So unless you're able to, like, intercept the bomb somehow through some sort of, like, projectile or, like, cape effect, like, it's going to be very difficult for him to prevent Ame from coming back.
We've mentioned before, we've seen Ame go off for an 8 streak before to help get us back into an advantageous position, even with this high percentage. I mean, all it takes is 2 stocks off Game & Watch, only lose one of your own. Just like that, we're back in it.
Well, down tilt barely, definitely would have taken Ame stock there, so very fortunate that he avoided it. We see Game & Watch at 143, but we see Ame even higher at 153, forward air taking his first stock.
Ame does have the rage, though, so he could easily get this one back. Low percentage.
Fortunately, Endothea is the one with the rage.
Oh, yeah.
He got the higher percent.
My apologies, my brain is a little mixed up, but he is at 0%, and he does have Game & Watch at a high percentage, so he could still take it out with how strong Link is.
You know, especially with the move, with like a straight forward air hits or something like that, he's able to get a good ledge trapping sequence going. Definitely see the stock getting to an end soon. Looks like he's able to just, Game & Watch is able to up B through like the typical bomb ledge trapping stuff, which is very unfortunate for Link, where he's gonna get a lot of his mileage against like these characters that are able to outperform him in neutral. Forward air 2 is just not quite coming out. Looks like he's landing a bit too early with those. However, in a juggle sequence here. I will say that the one good thing about Kalos playing earlier, his platform's on the end, so if he wants to continue these juggles, he can do it while maintaining center.
And that was a huge stock taken. All it takes is one more, and Stony Brook will be right back in a pretty even position, only down by 1 stock. Let's see what happens here, but it's not going to be easy against Endo, and just how high Endo has been able to take those percentages before going down.
Yeah. Who knows, though? We saw Endo adapt earlier. Let's see if Ame can do some adaptation here. Good get up attack to head him through the chef. There we go. We see the forward air 2's coming out now.
Reestablishing that center.
Yep. Nair not quite hitting him. Getting hit by the up B. Well, that down smash hit him too. He was like all the way in the air. That's crazy. See the bomb. You see Ame back in center. Let's see if he's able to get anything going off of this.
I've seen a lot of bomb versus bomb play with these two.
Percent, you know. Interesting because we could see you could just kind of not gonna take it. Oh, not quite. Kalos, the side blastings are a bit hit. As you talk about like the bombs, like we can see Ame can kind of just swat out Endothea's bombs with the forward air and the nair. Alright, and impressive from Ame taking that last stock with the dash attack. Down only 5 to 6 now, so we're in a bit of a better spot, only being down 1 instead of being down 2. So very nice to see for Stony Brook here.
As we've mentioned it before, Caleb said it best, there's a very big difference from the stocks in the beginning of the game versus later on. Every stock starts to count now. Only being down by 1 is going to put us in such a better position. We saw it earlier happen. You just take 1 stock off of them. If you can do it at a mid to low percentage, all of a sudden it's back to an even game. So I think it's been huge for Stony Brook to find themselves in this position after UNCG proved in that first round that they would be able to go down by one, and it wouldn't be enough for them to feel discouraged. They came back, and then they took that 1 lead. That was enough for them to finish off the game. So let's see if Stony Brook in this round, down by 1 stock, if we can even it up, maybe that's all it takes. I feel like Smash is such a big game of momentum, where when you have 1 good round and you have a good kill streak, or if you just look impressive and you finish it off the way Ame did, I feel like that's such a big boost for you mentally, where you just feel like I'm in the zone, I know what I'm doing, whoever comes in front of me, I'll be able to handle them and take care of it.
100% this is definitely a momentum-based game. As we saw in like the last battle before this one, we saw Pika Mare the Sephiroth, like at the start of the game, he got a quick 0 to death on Ame. We could definitely see how that momentum helped him close out that game against Ame. No, he ended that with 2 stocks because he just got off that early momentum and he was able to keep it going for the rest of the game. Speaking of Pika Mare, I wonder if we're going to see him next. He did well against Ame last time, so I wouldn't be too shocked if we see him again here. Or we might see Camellia, see the Min Min come out, or they might choose to save that to deal with D-Dog later.
I mean, it's going to be very interesting considering the fact we saw D-Dog was able to handle that Min Min at the start of the first one, and after what we saw Sephiroth able to do against Link at the end of the first one as well. I mean, I feel like that's got to be the play because if you can repeat that, I mean, he finished it, what was it, 2 stocks to none? So if you can come in here, do the same thing, take out the remaining Ame stocks, only lose one of your own, that puts you in a 5-3 advantage, which at this stage is just massive, So it looks like they are going to be going with the Sephiroth. They're going to try and finish off Ame right here, put themselves in a almost like, I mean, even with D-Dog, it's a very disadvantageous position. So right here, we're going to see, is Ame going to be able to bring it back to even, or will Pika Mare put them in that winning position?
Looks like we're on a small battlefield this time. Looks like we want the platforms this time in order to help maneuver around some of Link's tricky setup stuff. See how that's going to come into play here. As we see, Ame's playing very evasive with the help of the platforms, throwing out the beam sword projectile, the bomb, the boomerang, all that fancy stuff. Trying to give Pika Mare some trouble in this game, try and get back for what happened last time.
Right now, off to a tremendous start, 83% to 0.
Being at 0 is also kind of like crucial for when Link wants to play like this, like super zony play style, because that's the only time he's going to be able to use the beam sword. No, otherwise he's not going to be able to get that option until his next stock.
Yeah, every time we watch Ame, he loves to play from range, set himself up. And, I mean, it's worked out a lot in the past. I think it could work out right here with this percentage difference. Taking out that stock, as we mentioned, is all it takes to even up this game. And if you can keep yourself with that mid percentage, just like that, you could even it up.
Try to catch him with that back, with that dash attack. The backer goes right over that to caught him out. But we see Ame catching that jump with the up tilt, Only at 70%, this could definitely go either way if he's able to get some more momentum.
Even stocks now, but good start from Pika Mare with this new stock.
Zombie's trying to get some stuff going. Down throw doesn't convert into the neutral area. He's able to tech on that platform, roll away. Ame going for more platform pressure. He's like slowly chipping back at the percents. Starting down his stocks. It's definitely quite the journey to come back. Ame's doing a good job at this game, getting his run back from last time.
He's at that higher percentage, but if he can get Sephiroth up a decent amount, if he ends up getting to rage, he could utilize that to at least take off that other stock himself.
Looks like that counter didn't quite come out for Sephiroth here. Looks like Ame's trying to... Oh, now Pika Mare got Ame on the ledge. Good grab from Pika Mare. Throwing back off stage. Let's see, bomb recovers here. Oh, he doesn't attack the stage, but he should be able to make it back still. Good air dodge
recovery.
Well, that was a very good spot. He went behind him before he used the spin attack in order to not get hit by the counter there. Now Ame's back at center.
Gonna have to see if he can use that rage to his advantage right now.
Sure, Sephiroth's a very light character as we went over earlier, so he definitely could use that rage. Ooh, forward tilt takes out Ame's stock. Much closer game than last time, though. So you can go all the way across. Ame trying to chip away. You see that beam sword coming back to play, which is nice.
Yeah, still got Sephiroth at that high percentage, so if Ame can finish this off without losing much more, once again, and we find ourselves at equal, basically.
Yeah, it's 4 stocks to 4 here for UNCG and Stony Brook. And we see them at even footing. Ame started down a stock, and from what it looks like right now, you wouldn't guess that.
Yeah, you would think that they came into this even. It's been a very good matchup between these two.
We were talking about momentum earlier, how Pika Mare was able to use that against Ame last game, but it looks like Ame's kind of got that momentum going against Pika Mare now.
Going to be huge for Stony Brook if they can pull this one off.
Doesn't quite get the grab. He's trying to pressure more. Ooh, good forward air from Ame. Get him off stage. Let's see if we can get some ledge trapping going. Good grab. Back off stage right where he wants him. Ooh, back air clanking with the boomerang to get out. Ooh, Octo Slash though coming out. Good tech from Ame. Ooh, doesn't quite hit the back air.
Lucky with that miss.
Yeah, go either way. Very tense situation last stock.
Yeah, both nearly up. Yep, both are at over 100% now. This could be anybody's game.
Oh, and that back air shit. Oh, barely takes it. CP Khmer able to close out Ame again. However, he wasn't able to do it with a 2-stock lead this time. Ame was very close to taking it back. CP Khmer going in there with 1 stock. Assuming we have D-Dog coming in next. Now we were able to see D-Dog win 3 stocks to 2 versus the Min last time. He's able to do something similar. Maybe he's not going to need all those stocks if he's able to deal with P. Khmer in an efficient manner.
Gotta say, even if Sephiroth was the one able to get off that victory, respect to Pika, but I really did like to see how Ame adjusted after that first one, as you mentioned before he lost it 2-0. This one, he started off down 3-2 and was able to take out 2 of Pika. You got to think if it was an even game this time. I like the way Ame was looking. I think the adjustment was huge, and even down 1 stock, we saw in the last game. Now we're down to D-Dog. And he looked good to start off that last game. If UNCG has been able to come back from down 1, there's no reason why we can't do the same, right?
100%. Gonna see how Steve interacts with Sephiroth here. Still have the Min in the pocket too. And, Sephiroth is another one of those characters that people think does pretty well into Steve, but at the end of the day, it is Steve. Very strong, and we're gonna see what D-Dog's able to get going here.
Not only is Steve strong, D-Dog himself is strong as Steve. So this is going to be very pivotal. If they can take off this 1 stock of Sephiroth and make it an even game going into the end, that could be all it takes.
Oh, good punish. Up to the guy. Combo going really early. Has him at 60% already. Got that iron too. Looks like instead of trying to play like a long game with the resource, like when we saw at the beginning of the last one, he was trying to play like the resource game. He's just trying to get that firepower now because that's what he needs to close out a stock here. Kind of interesting to see how and the shield break. This might be it for the stock. Yeah, between the Giggle player and I think has a forward smash there. Got D-Dog down to 2 stocks. That might be a crucial stock for Pikamer and for UNCG as a whole.
Yeah, we saw a shield break in the last one as well happen to Cody. That was honestly a huge momentum turner. Hopefully it doesn't repeat here.
Poking him. TNT trying to step a ledge up. Oh wow, that beat the Octo Slash there. Surprised the TNT hit from afar. Oh my god, the Anvil gets countered. D-Dog got into his last stop. The UNCG up 1-4. He's able to not quite close it out yet, but he's in a solid position for the remainder of this game, hopefully.
Stony Brook down to their final stock. This could be the game. So it's going to take a huge recovery from D-Dog right here to at least finish off Pokemare or Pickamare and go into that last round if possible.
You see that counter doing a lot of work for Picamare in this game. Got a lot of mileage off of it. Goes for it again, but the up smash should close it out. It's quite the game right there. D-Dog looked like he was in a prominent position up when he had the 3 stocks to 1, and he got a very early percentage lead. He's doing a combo to get him off to a quick 60. However, between the shield break and the counter to Anvil killing him quite early, Picamare was able to bring that back to a 1-1 stock lead, or a 1-1 stock match, and then D-Dog was able to close it out for Stony Brook, however.
Got to give the credit to Picamare in this one. Going into it 4-3, all it would have taken was 1 kill from D-Dog there to put them back at that even position, and we saw D-Dog win against the Min to start off the beginning of the game. But for Sephiroth to be able to take off 2 of those stocks right there, put D-Dog down to his last one, Stony Brook down to their last stock, huge momentum swing with those 2 kills right there. And, I mean, I got to talk about it. That shield burst, the same thing happened to Cody in the last game. Keep in mind, Cody was up 3-1 in stocks, and that was a huge turning point. We saw UNCG able to take that victory from Cody and finish off the first round with a victory. Right here, we see D-Dog lose a stock in the same manner. You got to think without these shield breaks, I think it would be a different game.
For sure. We're going to see the Camellia Min come in here to possibly close out for UNCG. This could be the last stock of the game for Stony Brook. Hopefully D-Dog has some... D-Dog can make something happen here, though.
We've seen teams clutch up down to their final stock before going up against three. No reason to think D-Dog can't do the same. This is going to be a pivotal. I mean, obviously, it's the, it's the last one in the round, so this is it right here. What is going to happen?
Well, let's go to decisive game 3. Good roll in from D-Dog, though, able to get a good combo going. Smashville stage pick from Camellia here. Very strong stage for Min Min, but the shorter side blast zone, Steve could definitely get some stuff going too. Catches a jump off the ledge with the up tilt. Unfortunately, not able to get it back here.
Seen a good job from the Min so far.
Looks like see D-Dog trying to get back in this game here. Oh, up smash barely whiffing.
Already at a high percentage for D-Dog. He's going to have to...
Gets back to stage though. Gets past Camelia's ledge trapping here, trying to regain center. Ooh, the Mind Cook put him in a good position. Not quite taking the stop, but giving him a percentage lead at least for this stock in the meanwhile.
Hopefully can finish off the Min before she can utilize the rage.
Ledger going to the center stage. Camellia is able to hit it out though. Oh, that Mega Walk. Not quite going to do it. It's going to be a monstrous comeback that D-Dog's going to have to make. But keep Stony Brook in it. Oh, good up smash to catch the jump though. Bring it back to 2 stocks. Doesn't have diamond or anything like that though. He has the gold tools though. Gives him frame data upgrade. And the Megawatt's going to close out the stock. Fortunate loss for Stony Brook versus UNCG. And we were able to see that between all their players putting in good work there. Stony Brook not quite able to close it out today.
I think the name of the game today was just resilience from UNCG. Even in that first round, they kept finding themselves in difficult positions, down by one, down by one, down by one. And in those games, they were down by 2 stocks. But they were able to bring back the momentum for them every time, able to finish off that first round brilliantly. And then in this second round, it just flipped itself on its head. In UNCG, they took a 2-stock lead, and from there, they just hammered down the momentum. Stony Brook would bring it close, but they just weren't able to take the lead in any of these. So you got to give the credit to UNCG. They showed a lot of heart. Stony Brook looked well, but what do you think Stony Brook needs to change or fix up going into these next couple of games?
Honestly, not quite sure. As you were saying, we were talking about momentum tonight, and we were able to see UNCG exhibit resilience against our momentum. So I think either we would have to show a bit more resilience back, or try and put ourselves in a spot to keep the momentum rolling further, get past the resilience.
One thing I really liked from Stony Brook today was Quid, his aggressiveness. Obviously, he's always aggressive, but that was one of the main things today that did give Stony Brook a little bit of an advantage, was seeing him go out there and just go for the kills. Because as we talked about it before, in the stock-based game modes, you want to just take the stocks. That's it. You just got to get the kills. So if you're playing for kills, you're playing to win. And Quid, that's a guy, one of our top-ranked guys. He just goes in there and goes for the win every time. It's refreshing to see. It's really entertaining to see. And, he put it on performance today. I think he looked incredible today for Stony Brook.
100%. He was utilizing the different Pokemon, do their roles efficiently. And, as you're talking about playing 4 stocks as opposed to being able to use time for a resource, he's definitely using the Pokemon to their advantage for that as well.
Disappointing to see it end 0-2, but that's not it for Stony Brook today. They've got another matchup coming up next. It's going to be a doubleheader. Unfortunately, we will not be covering it, but you can see the results afterwards. They're going to be facing off against Winthrop, who have been really good this season as well. Stony Brook now drops to 2-3, so we are under 500. But there's still time to go. There's still games to be made up. And against Winthrop today, hopefully by playing that first game, you get a gauge of how you're feeling, what looked good, what you think you need to fix. And going into that Winthrop game, what do you think you could expect to see from Stony Brook?
Going into that Winthrop game, I believe we lost them earlier this season. However, because we had this kind of maybe like a pseudo warm-up, where players are a bit more into it, they're a bit more ready. They had the time to feel that maybe they could use this as a chance to say, hey, I got to adjust this, this, and this because my general game plan was off, maybe something like that. They could use that to help them against Winthrop later. Hopefully they can take the game tonight, even our score back up to 3-3.
As a avid gamer myself, I hate playing ranked because whenever I play that first game, I always feel like if I go to play a second game, I just feel like I'm always going to lose. I don't know what it is. My record doing double headers. First game, I feel like I go in confident and I do well, and I'm like, you know what? Even if I have a good performance, I'm like, I'm gonna hold off on that second game just because I don't think it's gonna go well. Stony Brook, I mean, as I've mentioned before, reigning NACE champions, they found themselves in difficult positions before. I mean, even down, we lost our first game of the season. We started off 0-1. So even if we're under 500, I don't think there's any reason to panic just yet. We have very talented guys. I think we still have shown going up against any team, we have what it takes to be that championship team. I mean, I think they just got to regroup, talk about it, discuss it, and I mean, we'll see what happens in this next one.
Sure. I mean, we were talking about the resilience earlier. If Stony Brook's able to show some of that, definitely going to help them against in their next match against Winthrop.
Yeah, these guys are playing for the team. When I play, I get tilted, and that's it for me. But these guys, I gotta say, I respect that they showed a level head even when they went down. I mean, they were showing the resilience. They were going in and they were evening it up every time. They just couldn't pull away and take that momentum onto their side. Every time it was, we'll get it even, and then from there, it's just they'll take back that advantage. UNCG. So shout out to UNCG. They played great. Stony Brook, they just got to put it together, but the pieces are there. You know, they're coming off that championship. I'm going to keep mentioning it as many times as I can. But we have such talented guys here. You got to give the shout out to D-Dog. You look great. Shout out to Quid. Shout out to all of them. It was a good game. Even if they couldn't pull off the victory, I liked a lot of what I saw. It wasn't like we got blown out.
Yeah,
You know.
unfortunately, they just came up short tonight.
Yeah, both games, it was, down to their last two stocks. It's not like we got swept. It's not like we got killed. We showed a lot of heart. We showed the resilience. We just got to finish off with that momentum. And when we have the momentum, you just got to step on the gas and don't let go. So, unfortunately, that'll be it from us tonight. Hopefully, Stony Brook can pull it off against Winthrop. We will see you guys next week.
Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.